And I was an early adopter of cell phones because I was in commercial real estate, and I started in 1988, right when they came out. And I was real proud of the fact I had a cell phone, and didn't realize I was actually a guinea pig, as well as the rest of society is right now. And I didn't sign an acknowledgement of that, nor has anyone else who's used a cell phone, that we're all guinea pigs, basically, in society. And this is probably the biggest it is the biggest human experiment in the history of the world, because it's never been possible to have so many people all doing the same thing across the globe. So I've used to be an athlete and very focused on health, and I'm actually a very good indicator of where this is all going, because I was so healthy. I didn't have any bad habits. As a matter of fact, I was known as really a health freak in my fraternity. I didn't drink. And probably was the only guy ever in the fraternity ever who didn't drink. And I've always really watched what I ate, and I've been, heavily focused on health. And all my friends used to joke about how much of a health freak I was. And I think that the only thing that's going to change is our lawsuits, because that's the only thing that will get their attention. It's just that simple. Lawsuits will get their attention. That's what happened with asbestos. That's what happened with cigarettes. And this is the third epidemic. And this is more of a pandemic that's going to be across the world if something is not done about it. And so groups like this have to organize and file lawsuits and do epidemiological studies to prove this is going on. Because unless it's proven, they're going to continue making billions of dollars as long as they can without. And the reason why I showed you that patent is that patent shows foreknowledge, okay? Foreknowledge, and which almost brings us to a criminal situation, because I just had a friend 3 weeks ago who died of a glioblastoma brought on by a cell phone. He's now 6 feet under the ground. And if you can establish the fact that these guys had foreknowledge of a dangerous product and they still marketed it and misrepresented the fact, that's beyond fraud and that's beyond civil. That's criminal. Okay? And there's a statute called the RICO statute, which was actually tailor-made to take down the mob, which is kind of a civil and criminal vehicle, that once you can establish premeditation and things like that. So I think that that's where all this is going, and that's what I'm working on personally.